Hey guys, welcome to today's edition of Loddy's NBA Locks. Sorry I haven't posted here the past couple days. The Instagram account is blowing up, so it's taking up a lot of my time. If you're not following, it's sports.betting.system. 6-1 in NBA picks this week that unfortunately I didn't get around to posting here. 5-0 in NHL picks, again, didn't get around to posting them on here. But as always, the picks are posted before the games and not after, which is the case with a lot of other similar pages to mine that you'll find on Instagram. My page is sports.betting.system. I like Instagram a little bit more because it's easier to interact with my followers, give them advice. Many have requested to buy my picks, so I have made them available, very affordable. As you guys know, that's not why I do this, so I'm not trying to convince you to buy my picks. But if you do want to, I am making them available for sale now just because of how many requests I've been getting on Instagram. So if you're interested, that's sports.betting.system. I have completely converted to the rapid fire style. I know a lot of you just want to know what my picks are. You don't necessarily care to hear my explanations for them. If you do want me to go back to explaining them as thoroughly as I was before, again, comment the video, but I haven't been getting a lot of feedback from you guys, so I'm assuming that you don't mind this way. So there are my picks for today. You can stop watching if that's all you cared about. If you want to hear a little bit about them, let's get going. First lock, Charlotte Hornets -3 at home against the Miami Heat. This game has major playoff implications. Miami's strong play combined with Charlotte's poor play has them with identical records. Miami is better on the road record-wise than they are at home, but at 15-16 on the road, they're not better than Charlotte is at home, who is 20-13, a record that was 20-9 at home on Friday, February the 22nd, before 4 straight home losses. First one was to Brooklyn by just a basket, then Golden State, Houston, and Portland. While the Hornets are good at home, they're not good against teams above 500, just 11-23. 18-11 against sub 500 teams. Luckily for them, Miami is below 500. Lock number one, Charlotte -3 at home over the Miami Heat. Lock number two, Detroit Pistons -5 at home over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Second night of a back-to-back for Minnesota. Detroit looked like they had fallen out of the playoff race, but have since turned it on. They've shown a dog in them I haven't seen from Minnesota at all this season. A team that also coming out of the All-Star break still had a chance to make the playoffs, but didn't make the kind of push Detroit made. They're not good on the road at just 9-24. The Pistons are very good at home, 19-13. I like them to cover the spread for lock number two. Lock number three, Washington Wizards -6 against the Dallas Mavericks. They're at home, Washington is. The Wizards have a lot more to play for in this game as they are just 3 games out of a playoff spot. They just got back in the win column Sunday against Minnesota. Lock number three is the Washington Wizards -6 against Dallas. Lock number four, San Antonio Spurs -6 against the Atlanta Hawks. The Spurs have been atrocious on the road at 11-22, but they've gained some momentum at home, and I believe that carried that into Atlanta to face a Hawks team still without John Collins. Let's take the Spurs -6 on the road in Atlanta. Lock number five, the Cavs +10 in Brooklyn. Despite coming off a blowout victory of the Mavericks, I don't believe the Nets have quite figured it out with LeVert back in the lineup. While Cleveland has been very competitive with Love back in their lineup, losing by more than 10 just one time since his return. Cleveland could actually win this game. Lock number five, Cavs +10 in Brooklyn. Lock number six, we're going to take the Sixers -5 on the road in Chicago. The Bulls have played quite well since their arrival of Otto Porter Jr. until recently. They've lost 3 of their last 4. They're also not very good at home. They're actually better record-wise on the road than they are at home. Before Butler beefed with Minnesota, he beefed with the Bulls. He wants this game. Let's take the Sixers -5 for lock number 6. Lock number 7, New Orleans Pelicans +5 at home against the Utah Jazz. New Orleans just beat them in Utah. They match up well with the Jazz, and they're back home where the Pels are 18-12. Utah is just 15-16 on the road. Lock number 7, Pelicans +5 at home against the Utah Jazz. Lock number 8, let's roll with the red hot Phoenix Suns. It's hard to imagine the Suns beating the Lakers, the Bucks, and then losing to the Knicks in pretty much the same week. Back in December, the Suns won 4 straight, which is significant for a team that's only won 14 games all season. That means they won more than 25% of the games they've won this year in a matter of 6 days. So they've shown they can put a streak together. Let's take the Suns -4 at home against the Knicks. Lock number 9. Boston Celtics -2 on the road in Sacramento. Boston finally got it together last night in Golden State. Spirits are up in the Celtics locker room. There won't be any butting heads tonight. The guys reminded themselves and the world last night that they can compete with anyone. A quick turnaround is actually good for this pick. Sacramento won their first 2 games after acquiring Harrison Barnes, both wins at home against sub 500 teams. Since then, they're 2-5. One of those wins coming at home against the Knicks. I said it when the trade happened, and you guys heard me say it on Loddy's Locks, whatever date that was. It's not just a matter of figuring out how Barnes fits in. The Kings lost a great locker room guy in Zach Randolph. They lost the heart and soul of the team, to my eyes, in Amon Shumpert. And Justin Jackson, who's the ideal 3-and-D guy, he fits in perfectly to pretty much any team in the NBA. It's exactly what you're looking for in your role players. A guy that can D up and a guy that can hit threes. I didn't love the move for the Kings, and they're struggling because of it. Lock number 9, Boston -2 in Sacramento. Final lock today is the Lakers +6 at home against the Denver Nuggets. Kuzma is doubtful. Ingram is questionable. I kind of hope they don't play because that means more LeBron. Don't forget how lethal LeBron James can be with 4 role players and nobody else. He's the best in the NBA at optimizing the talent around him. And sometimes it's better for LeBron to be with 4 guys that don't need the ball in their hands so he can have it, so he can dictate the way they play, so he can set the pace of the game, so he can set everybody up, be the point forward, focusing more on setting guys up than scoring, but also scoring. We're going to see a signature performance tonight from the King. The Nuggets have been struggling lately. Lock number 10 and final lock of the day. We're going to take the Lakers +6 at home. Thanks for listening. Good luck if you're placing any bets. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow.
Major key alert! I got the keys.